man, how much? Maybe he don't know. Whoa. Every year they've been saying Bill Gates is the man. Well, I think it's obscene that he's just another bag man. Whoa, for the real kings and queens. Old man Rockefeller got a whole lot of bread. Some time ago they say it went to his daddy's head. Yeah, the love of money is the root of all evil. It's written in the Bible, and Lord, I'm a believer, of the truth in it. I'm scraping the bowl, begging for a dime. But there's billions doing it harder than me. I tell you that's a crime. Yeah, the rich get richer and the poor stay poor. You can't deny it, sister. That is the score. Whoa, and it's rotten to the core. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That's Ben Antoniadis. Welcome to Culture number 18. I've had a biopsy done on my face. Looks like I've been shot. What we're going to do tonight is something different because culture's evolving. So we're trying to figure out how it works. And we've had a lot of... thanks, Kevin. We've had a lot... and thanks, Jack. That's Ben Antoniadis. We've had a lot of... artists approach us. We've got 50 songs now at the moment. We've got more going up this week. And I wanted to focus on one artist. I've done a lot with Ben Antoniadis, but tonight we're going to focus on Matt Finlay. Now, I think Matt Finlay is actually a truly major artist, an actually important artist. He's so important that the society doesn't want to know him. You know what I mean? Which is why he's even more important. So today we're going to, I went up to where he lives, I recorded an interview with him, and I've broken it up with his songs. After that, we have Richard Hirschman and John O'Looney, two funeral directors or an embalmer, g'day, Robert, that we, Paul and I stayed up till 3:30 last night recording them live. It's amazing interview. That's going on live after this. So we're starting early tonight. But this is, as soon as this finishes, we'll do the other one. This is Matt Finlay.
Because the Aussie spirit is coming back. The Aussie spirit is coming back. I said the Aussie spirit is coming back. Aussie spirit is coming back. I said the Aussie spirit is coming back. The Aussie spirit is coming back. I said the Aussie spirit is coming back. The Aussie spirit is coming back. I said the Aussie spirit is coming back. The Aussie spirit is coming back. I said the Aussie spirit.
So here we are, we're in the den with Matt Finlay. Matt Finlay is one of the initial Kulture artists. And how much do you enjoy having your photograph taken, Matt?
I absolutely love it, Michael. Thank you. Yeah.
Now, what is it about you that makes you want to write these incredible songs in a market that is going the leprosy, to be honest?
Well, I saw an opportunity to make a lot of money by tapping into that untapped market, obviously. I just can't believe that they're gone. No warning and nothing was wrong. Poor kids, only 5 and 3. Another hit to the family. I just can't believe that they're gone. No warning and nothing was wrong. Poor kids, only 5 and 3. Another hit to the family. With their mother's ill health still a mystery. With their mother's ill health still a mystery. Safe and effective is what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? Safe and effective is what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? Well, it's just a coincidence. Myocarditis, I'm out of breath, not under any stress. Heart beating out of my chest, told me it's anxiety, it's not a panic attack. They got me on some pills, an old disease came back. Myocarditis, I'm out of breath, not under any stress. Heart beating out of my chest, told me it's anxiety, it's not a panic attack. They got me on some pills, an old disease came back. A miscarriage and a turbo cancer. A miscarriage and a turbo cancer. Safe and effective is what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? Safe and effective is what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? Well, it's just a coincidence. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. It's just a coincidence. Safe and effective is what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? Safe and effective is what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? It's just a coincidence. It's just a coincidence. Well, it's just a coincidence. coincidence, they said. That was bad.
Not bad. Once again, Matt Finlay. Well, actually, before we start, well, I will say this. We'll go through that question again. So you live out here in the middle of nowhere, and you write these really powerful songs. What drives you to do that?
I have to have that creative outlet. I just have to do that, and I guess that's what's my interest is at the moment. Addressing some of those issues. That, well, I going back, I was waiting for the punks, the rebels. I was waiting for them to speak up, and it never happened. And so I thought, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna write something that's. The first one was an anti-lockdown type song back in 2020, and it still didn't happen. And eventually, I did find some other artists doing something, but yeah, I'm still waiting. It still hasn't taken off. So
well, you have the talent to make it as an artist. If you were doing mainstream stuff, safe, inconsequential stuff, chances are you could be making some money from it. You're highly talented, but you actually choose this way, and that's the real question. It's like you're choosing the path less travelled. In fact,
that's my...
less is an underrated word in this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I'm not a follower, so it's not. I'm not going to. If everyone's doing something, then I'm compelled to do the opposite sort of thing. It's sort of the way I'm made up. That's. That's.
Do you feel compelled to do it? You just can't stop.
Yeah. I've got. If I'm not creating, if I'm not doing something, then it's good for my health to have that outlet. And if something comes to me, then I'll put it out. And I don't have a lot of free time between family and work, so I just try and do things in between that. But yeah, it's got to be. I've got to create, do something.
But it's going to be something you care about, because let's talk about the song Victim. Now, the beauty about Victim is it's very catchy, you like it, but it's actually attacking the narrative in a way that people go, that's not good, even though part of them's going, but it's really good. So that's the thing that you do very well.
Yeah, so that's really a social commentary, that one. People take it the wrong way. They think it's especially with the film clip where I'm using images of kids in school, and if they're not actually listening carefully to the words, they think that I'm singing about kids that are victims, but I'm really talking. It's a commentary on the education system and the celebration of victimhood as a virtuous attribute, and that's what that song's about. And yeah, that's what it is.
Where did it come from? Where'd the initial idea come from?
I couldn't tell you where it initially came from. It's, I don't know, just have things bouncing around in my head, and eventually they bubble up and come out. So
and on that, you play all the instruments?
Yeah. So the drums, I don't actually play the drums. I'm using programming some drums. I'm not a drummer, but generally I play all the instruments or use virtual instruments, and do it all myself. Occasionally I'll get someone I know in to play a part or something. So yeah.
And the number that is very important to you to be with it, the number, the four something. I'm not
Oh, 432 hertz. Yeah, so
That's a frequency, right?
that's a frequency. Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
I'm not an expert, but everyone does it in 440, which is concert pitch. And I don't follow. No. So that's the history of it is a lot of instruments were tuned to 432, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been the Rockefellers who. Don't quote me on that, but they were instrumental in standardising instruments throughout the world on 440 hertz, which is a lot less in tune with nature. Basically, 432 hertz is a lot more in tune. It's only a very slight change, but some people swear by it. To me, it feels a bit better, but it can also be very difficult to achieve when you're dealing with instruments that you can't tune. So, yeah.
Okay, well, let's go to Victim.
Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. The world owes me, the whole world owes me. Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. I learned at school, if you break the rules, I should tell a teacher. Always trust blindly, authority, they would never lie. Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. The world owes me, the whole world owes me. Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. I learned at school, I'm smarter than you. I have information. We will learn nothing from history. The past is obsolete.
I need you to all repeat after me. I am a victim. Very good. Now after me, the whole world owes me. Very good. Again, I am a victim.
Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. The world owes me, the whole world owes me. Feel sorry for me, I'm a victim. I learned at school, I'm not like you, so don't you hurt my feelings. For such a heinous crime, you'll deserve to die. 'Cause words are murder. Feel sorry for me,
So the next song is We Do Not Consent. Now that's a straight on getting around. This is a rebellious song.
Yeah.
Where'd
a
that
punk
come
song.
from? Yeah. And where are the punks? The punks are here.
That's it. Yeah. Where'd it come from? I don't know where exactly these ideas come from. I think that just came to me strumming a guitar.
Well, put it the other way. What comes first then? And because your lyrics are off the scale, and we'll talk about the Anti-Mars song next, but your lyrics are amazing.
Right.
And so what comes first? You actually like get the poetry out and then put the music to it, or it comes together? Which way?
Various ways. Sometimes I have the lyrics come to me, or an idea. It's often based on an idea. Sometimes I'll write something on guitar, and have a melody come to me and sounds, and then from those sounds, something that fits those sounds will be what the lyrics are, and then just keep expanding from that. Yeah, I do it various ways. It's not. I'm not very consistent in how I create stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's and was there any response to that song? Because at the time, there was rebellion in the air. There were groups of people standing up. Was there any response from that?
No, not hugely. I got in touch with Marty Fokker, who it's a great name, isn't it? And I asked him about his using his footage. So the film clip is Marty's footage. So thank you, Marty, for that. Yeah, I don't know. It's I never been able to reach it very far, but it's interesting though.
Well, the only reason I'm asking is like, so we meet Jim Scott. Jim Scott has the song "The Crime," great song. 2 years on YouTube, 100 views. That's it.
Yeah.
We get it onto our group, and suddenly it's 400,000 in a week, which gave us the idea to start Kulture. But the thing is, it seems to be wondering if the people aren't seeing these songs because they don't like them, or basically we've got algorithms, and you're a computer guy, that are going, no, he can have freedom of speech, but not freedom of reach.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I'm atrocious when it comes to social media stuff. So I'm no good at marketing. So yeah, it's probably largely my fault. If I was better at that sort of stuff, maybe it'd be better. But I don't like selling myself, and I'm not in it for fame or anything. It's never been a motivator.
But you're compelled to write these things.
Yeah.
I mean, they come up, and you can see that. And you're not compelling. If you're not doing it to become famous, then this art piece really wants to be born, and it's coming out through you.
Yeah, I'd love to write songs, and have good artists do them for me. that'd be brilliant. Because I've always got an idea or a message I want to get across or whatever. But
How many songs do you have, do you think?
I'm not too sure. I think I've released I don't know, maybe 14 film clips.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of other songs that haven't actually recorded, or they're in various stages, but I don't know how many. But a lot of them, I was just dabbling with it pre-2020, and when I got serious, I thought I'm going to actually release stuff. It was 2020, but yeah, I just don't have enough time to actually complete things. So,
Well, with this song, We Do Not Consent, what's it like watching so many people continuing to consent?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that have that was very begrudging that they did consent, and it's very disappointing for those people. I feel for them. That was I'm never going to judge what someone chooses to do. I've made my decisions, and I've chosen to walk my path. there's the other side of people that who they fully believe it, they've embraced it, and how can I judge them for doing something they believe in? Yeah, but I guess going back to the song, it's just actually I kind of wrote it as a going along to the protests and stuff, and I thought it'd be great to have some songs, instead of chant. I got so sick of chants, bang 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 bang,
Yeah.
so I thought, I'm going to write a song that maybe that'd be something people might enjoy. But
So you went to most of the marches?
I went to a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to that that big one.
Yeah.
Where there was estimates of 500,000
Yeah.
plus, and that was quite amazing. I'd been going before that, and it was much smaller. But yeah, I was just. I mean, I don't like people. I don't like people, so I don't really like going to them. But I did. I felt like I just wanted to be part of that and it was a consent thing. I wanted to say, hey, I don't consent in all this. So yeah.
It's quiet, a silent weapon strike. The people are MIA, distracted by the vice. With fear-based, repetitious chant, a mind state of seeking comfort any way they can. But I do not consent. Division designed to keep us weak, dehumanizing anyone who doesn't think like me. The spells and tricks are wearing thin. The people awakening, the power is with them. And we do not consent.
Hi, my name is Michael Gray Griffith, and what follows is a short presentation by one of our partners. We are honoured to have businesses brave enough to support us in these difficult times. Please watch the presentation, and if you're interested in the product, then a percentage of the sale will go to support Cafe Lockdown.
Have you always wanted to grow your own food, but you're not quite sure where to start? The Survival Seed Tin from Survival Seeds Australia holds 25 different varieties of vegetables and herbs. These seeds are heirloom variety, non-GMO, and on the back of each packet is a helpful growing guide. Suitable for all 4 seasons here in Australia, you can tap the link below and get growing today.
Hello, I'm Alison from Hidden Valley Broom. We make lovely and effective skincare products, essential oil blends, cold processed soaps, soy candles, all from natural plant ingredients. And we especially love to support and nurture the change makers in the world, those who want to bring in more kindness and humanity. I'm part of the Awake community here in Broome. Our business was fortunate to be able to stay open all through those COVID years and maintain our policy of non-discrimination. And it was great to meet Michael and the Cafe Lockdown team when they came through interviewing various people. So you are our family. And I'm really, really proud and honoured to be able to collaborate with Cafe Lockdown. They have done such a sterling job.
Okay, now we have Don't Be Evil, and you do all your own video clips to this Excel. So tell us about Do No Evil.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Don't be evil. That was the original. It was a motto of Google, which they removed.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I'm not sure. No. I like the film clips. I'm just a hacker of it all. The first time I did a video was the first time I finished a song that I thought, okay, I've finished this song this is in 2020, and now what do I do? And I thought, okay, well, why don't I put a clip out and put it on YouTube? And so I learnt how to put a video together, basically. I think I've been getting better with each release, hopefully, because it's not something I've had really any experience in.
Yeah, but you're creative with it, like Victim. I was sitting there going, how did he do this?
Yeah.
And it really works.
Yeah. I often come up with ideas, and then I've got to figure out how to do it. So, and sometimes I've got an idea, and I'm just like, I can't actually achieve that. So I have to fall back to something else. So Don't Be Evil is well, actually, I think the seed of that, I came up with that song years ago, actually, and I released, I probably, was it 21, maybe something like that originally, and that's I'd seen, what big tech was doing and becoming, and I sort of researched it and thought, hey, this is quite sinister, and I just wanted to share that message with people, and it's another one of it's not too in your face in that it's quite friendly. The words are actually quite friendly if you listen to them, but it's very kind of dark music, and there's a lot of undertones of we're here to help you. We're asking for nothing in return. You'll give it to us freely, and there's that's actually that's telling the story of okay, I'm giving you everything, all my data information, and that's how are they actually using it, and it was actually one of those ones where I'd hope for people to ask some questions and say, hey, what is actually going on here?
So you're just posing questions really and hoping people get questions from it.
Yeah.
There's when the censorship first started, because we'd never had real censorship in Australia that we were. But when it first started, were you aware when it started, and what was that like?
It didn't affect me because I'm a nobody. I had some accounts that I was following on YouTube, and they what do they call it, the purge, and they all just disappeared, off YouTube. Basically, within a week, a whole bunch of these accounts, and that was my news pre-COVID, was these people on YouTube that were analysing current affairs, and they all just disappeared. So,
and how did that feel? Because I remember when it was happening to me, because we had Cafe Locked Out going, but all my friends were calling up going, "Hey, I've just been taken down."
Yeah.
And there was a real, from our perspective, there was a fear, like, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, that's it. We're giving a lot of power over culture to these monopolies, these monstrosities. It's I guess that's what I like. What you've been doing with culture is creating something that's an alternative to these big companies, and that's what I think we need to do. As I try to use smaller companies that are not because I want these smaller companies to be around. I want the small businesses in the local communities to be around. I don't want just a single come here and buy. This is where you buy everything, and so they change a policy, and now all of a sudden we need to abide by that policy. I'd rather have a lot of different choices available. Yeah.
Because you go around Australia, you go town to town. It's the same corporations in every town.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the same corporations owned by the same few large, players.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You
And now we're going to talk about the thin blue line. Now, the thing I love about the thin blue line and Victim and the others is you do what I like to do, but I do it with writing, is needling people. You sort of punch them to go, you should take notice of this. There's something really going on here. Like you said, holding up a mirror before. What made you write that song? I mean, it's a beautiful, powerful song. What made you write it?
Obviously, living in Victoria. That's a good motivator. Plenty of material. Personally, I haven't had too terrible experience. It's that song was more. I do know some police officers, and I know one that there's no. I've met quite a few, and some that aren't have chosen not to continue, and I think that's quite sad because I think they're good people. But that song, I really put myself in their shoes, with the lens that I've seen, the behaviour that I've seen, and it's that I guess that's the tact I took on that, and so I tried to make it quite sympathetic to the police's position of holding this this line in. I'd rather be the whip than the slave, and they're holding all this power, but they're actually quite powerless if they have to be a cog in this machine, because that's there's that there's a famous quote you may have been involved in, I can't remember, but there's the riot officer or whatever saying, I can't do anything else, this is all I know how to do. So that sort of makes it in there in a way as well. So yeah, it's not a, it's quite damning, and it's quite brutal, but it's also, I've tried to balance it out by take a sympathetic thing as well. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting sort of blend.
And do you have any feedback from that? Has that had any feedback? Like you had your head beaten in by?
No, I haven't. No, I would really love to hear some feedback from police officers. Yeah, that'd be quite amazing. And I haven't had that. I have sent it to some officers or former officers, but haven't had any feedback from them. So it might be a bit raw for them.
Yeah.
To stop up some charges from bail and stuff, and just get caught in control.
I'm a soldier, I follow orders, I swore an oath to corporate headquarters, and I look out for me. To serve and protect, not the whole community, but my brothers in the fraternity. 'Cause I'm a soldier, I follow orders, protecting corrupt pedophiles, holding office, and I look out for me, and I look out for me. A line of cocaine, just to get me through my day. I can't afford morality, 'cause I'm a soldier, I follow orders, I train to hurt people.
people, you're old, your sons and daughters, and I look out for me, and I look out for me. It's all I've ever known. They would take my power away. I'd rather be a whip than a slave. Oh, 'cause I'm a soldier. I follow orders. I'm here to implement the New World Order, and I look out for me, and I look out for me, and I look out for me, and I look out for me.
The anti-mask song.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant. Funny as hell. How'd you do that? I mean, just, I don't know, did you just sit there with one funny line and then you just added to it? But it just, I'm interested in the poetry of it, because the way you got the poetry to work in that, every word is necessary. It's just so funny. And you just like going, yes, every time you see a lyric, because you think it's so fucking clever. Oops, word. But it was. I actually think it's incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I edit the lyrics and I leave a lot out on the cutting room floor. So
Okay. So it was a much longer song?
No, just you know, I spend a little bit of time and take a bit of care and effort to put something that's pleasing in you know, in the way it fits, as well as, you know, hopefully there's different levels of, maybe people can get a laugh out of it, or maybe it's getting what I'm trying to portray across, as well as I guess first and foremost is the just the pure melodic content and that's, I want to get that right first, and then the lyrics, I have to make things work.
Because they have to fit. This is a song. It's different from free verse poetry or things. They actually have to fit, and most songs you hear that they've just gone with an easy rhyme, you can almost predict it. But with this one you can't. With this one you're just almost spitting coffee onto your iPhone because it's so funny. Have you always been good at poetry like this?
It's not something I do, but I mean, I've been in bands younger and you know, sang, and so we did a lot, you know, some original stuff, and so I wrote lyrics, and I suppose it's something that has been good. I have been good at in the past. Yeah.
Okay. Then.
We failed the test, but it's been almost 4 years now. It's time that you caught your breath. I see you driving all alone with that blue square covering your face. It don't make no sense. I don't know what I don't know. When you wear that mask, it got me so confused. You must have drank the Kool-Aid from the evening news. A symbol of compliance from the consummate slave, broadcasting your fear for it to spread and propagate. When you wear that mask, it protects both you and me, but it's fine when you sit down or you ease. I'm trying my best to follow the science, but it keeps leading me back to the money. Well, ain't that funny? It seems that most people have their price. And when you wear that mask enough to drive a man insane, you must have left your testes at the Rainbow Parade as a symbol of compliance from the consummate slave, broadcasting your fear for it to spread and propagate. When you wear that mask, take that off your face. Of what they said, or of what other people might think. Or will you try to claim the high ground with virtue signaling? Or do you like to try it right? Or does the crowd make you feel strong? It's all a lie. If you're still blind, then there really must be something wrong. 'Cause when you wear that mask, you've got my sympathy. You must be really sick or really cowardly to be a symbol of compliance from the consummate slave, broadcasting your fear for it to spread and propagate. When you wear that mask enough to drive a man insane, you must have left your testes at the Rainbow Parade as a symbol of compliance from the consummate slave, broadcasting your fear for it to spread and propagate. When you wear that mask, when you wear that mask, when you wear that mask, when you wear that.
Okay, here we go. Now, the other great song is 15-Minute Cities. I think it's the
15-minute prison. Yeah.
15-Minute Prison. I think it's the best thing for taking 15-Minute Cities out there. You said yourself, Nick Patterson, Matt who?
Oh, Matt Lawson, yeah.
Matt Lawson, of course. Matt.
Said it, yeah.
Or everyone, we all heard it. We thought this is going to be big. I heard it. I thought it's going to be big. What do you think it is? Are people scared of it?
They obviously just don't like good music, maybe. I don't know. I think it's a good fun song. Yeah, it's probably the song that people have sort of latched onto the most, and but I've been contacted, and that's the song that they're like, yeah, this is great. This is going to be something, and but that I haven't had that from other songs, or rarely had it. Why? So the question, why isn't it sort of broken? That's not my area of expertise, but it is all just a lyric video that I sort of put together, tried to do something. It's all just me recording it and mixing it and everything, so nothing is the top quality. I think it's a pass, but yeah, I haven't got money to sort of throw into that sort of stuff. It's interesting because it was the one that thought people might get something out of. It hasn't really done much.
Still a great song though. It's 15 minutes, a 15-minute prison.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I can't talk to you 'cause I know you're on their list. They're watching everything we do and I can't afford another misstep. I need to visit my mother next month, and she's 16 minutes away. I'm doing everything I can to build my social score, so they will grant permission for me to knock on her front door and leave my 15-minute city open air containment camp. just turned orange. I must have spent too long talking to you.
Finally, so where did you first hear about Kulture?
Jim Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was aware of Cafe Lockout, and my wife is on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook or anything, but my wife's on Facebook, so I was aware of Cafe Lockout. I hadn't seen really any of your stuff, just snippets, and I started a X account last year, or a Twitter X account last year, and I was sort of I was at the point where I was sort of like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere with the music, and I had some other projects. I was also getting to that point where I was ready to, okay, I've tried my best, and I haven't been able to reach anything, so I was at that point. The Jim Scott song, I saw that.
The Crime.
The Crime, yes.
Yeah.
And I thought, hey, this is great. And then while I was working, I listened to a show. It might have been the No Goat show, maybe. I didn't know any of this shows back then, but that was the first show I listened to. You had because I'd heard the song first, and then I thought, I'm going to see what these guys are about. You spoke about, hey, maybe we should be doing something about this. I think we should be actually trying to encourage this culture. And I thought, okay, and I found you on Twitter, and I thought, I'm going to actually follow so I can keep track, because that's what I've sort of always been about. And I thought I thought we'd have something by now too. And I think it was the very first, and I only had a very few people that I have on Twitter and X, and I think it was like the very first post I saw you pop up was, hey, send us your songs, we're going to do something. So I got in touch and sent you a few of the songs. So yeah.
And what are you hoping to do with it? Because you said you wanted to build. Guys, I'm with you. We need to be. I've been waiting too. We need to, and they're out there, but they're hidden by censorship. Mm-hmm. Robin interviewed one yesterday. Used to be in UB40. I'm going to reach out to him. Anyone who writes anything which sounds a little bit controversial, I'm there knocking on the door, going, "Hey, how you doing?" But what do you think is a goal to aim for, and why should artists seriously think of coming on board?
So well, it's the freedom to you're not going to get. If you're beholden to record labels or platforms that are hosting your music, you're not going to be able to express yourself freely. So through Kulture, I was already expressing myself freely, and not and it was never going to go far. I know people that have been banned of Bandcamp, but I was never big enough to bother. But yeah, that's what part of my aim was, to help build a culture already. You know, I was writing music. I was thinking there would be a whole bunch of people, and everyone else had come along, and it never happened.
Amen. I thought the same.
But you've used your platform to put that call out, and now there's all these amazing musicians that have probably been doing exactly the same thing as me, and I've never heard of them. And there's so much great stuff on the platform.
Are you surprised by the quality of the work? Because you're helping me with the back, with the background of the culture, selling the songs. Are you surprised by the quality of the music we're getting?
Yeah, there's some amazing stuff, and so broad the genres, and I like dabbling in all different genres as well. So I appreciate that. It's not all just Bob Dylan-esque type stuff. There's some of that, but there's a quite broad range, and I think there's a lot of people probably that still have those songs in them that hasn't come out too. So if there are those people, get them out there. You know,
get in touch.
Get in touch with Kulture. Yeah,
start the renaissance.
Safe for your children.
Safe and effective.
Safe and effective. Safe and effective.
Safe and effective.
Safe and effective. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. Safe and effective. Safe and effective.
Safe and effective.
Safe and effective.
Safe and effective. Safe and effective.
I just can't believe they're gone. No warning and nothing was wrong. Poor kids only 5 and 3. Another hit to the family. With their mother's ill health still a mystery. Safe and effective's what they said. So why is my best friend suddenly dead? We just don't know why is what the doctor said. Myocarditis, I'm out of breath, not under any stress. Heart bursting out of my chest, told me it's anxiety, it's not a panic attack. They got me on some pills, an old disease came back. A miscarriage and a turbo cancer. Safe and effective's what they said. So why is my best friend suddenly dead? Dance. Safe and effective's what they said. Why is my best friend suddenly dead? We just don't know why is what the headline said.
Okay, that's the new way of doing culture for now. We won't always do it this way, but right now I'm going to get the show up. And big thanks up to Matt. If you want to purchase his songs, he's an important artist, and truly important artist. Now we're going to get the next one up, which is the interview with John O'Looney and Richard Hirschman. So Richard is an embalmer in Alabama with all the clots. And found all the clots things, the calamari, and John O'Looney. Well, John O'Looney is just huge. And we did this interview. We finished at 3:30 in the morning, so that's why we're a bit wrecked. Anyway, so I'll just close this down now, and the next one will go up in the next few minutes. Be prepared.